welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Do They Miss You spread for my lovely, fantastic Leos. If this does resonate with you and you'd like your personal custom reading, please click the link in the description box down below. This is Book Your Own Personal Custom Reading. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing if you enjoy the content that I produced. With that being said, I'm going to shuffle the cards 3 times in a row. If you didn't know, now you do know. And I hope you're having a good, wonderful day, night, or evening, whatever time of day it is for you. So the first question I'm going to ask is, how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? One more time, and we shall be good. Alright. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? So currently, right now, they're doing a lot of contemplating on some heavy options here, and there's a lot of rockiness happening, as you can see in the cards. The oceans are a bit of wishy-washy here, so they're weighing heavy options pertaining to long-term commitment, and they're trying to make a decision based on, what is best for them. So they're kind of like, hey, should I do this or should I do that, right? So, how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? They're feeling like you've left them out in the cold. They feel like they don't really have much of an opportunity here. They're just kind of left out and, thrown to the dogs, if you will. And this is the main central theme. So they're weighing their options pertaining to long-term commitment, and they feel left out. So how else do they feel about you? How else do they feel about you? How else do they feel about you? They feel like there's a lot of sneaky behavior going on, and they're doing a lot of thinking and contemplating about the situation as a whole, because, of course, the swords are there. And this card is representing of either cheating, this is representing of saying something really mean behind one's back, stalking and trying to evade a situation. Stalking and or trying to evade a situation. So again, I'm just going to put a little disclaimer. This is what they're thinking. This is not at all me attacking anybody. So if you want to attack somebody or go after anybody, you know where to go. So, yeah. They're feeling like they're weighing their options, they're feeling kind of left out in the cold, and they're feeling like there's some type of sneaky behavior going on. And that's how they feel initially. So what are the blockages between you and this individual? What's caused you guys to have this separation and difference of opinion? What are the blockages? What are the blockages? What are the blockages? We have the Magician card. The Magician card is representing somebody having all the tools that they need, everything on the table, if you will. We have the Pentacles, we have the Cups, and we have the Wands, we have the Swords. And pertaining to the situation is what are the blockages between you and them? Well, the blockages seem like you guys need to put things on the table, right? You guys need to let each other know what's happening, and you need to talk and communicate with one another in order to feel and remove that doubt in your guys' mind, because I feel like right now there's a lot of doubt happening because you guys are not conversing. You're not putting everything on the table. Okay. What are the blockages between you and them? What are the blockages between you and them? What are the blockages between you and them? It seems like you guys are having a lot of issues fulfilling each other's wish fulfillment here. And this is emotional wish fulfillment, so you guys are unable to do that for each other. There's a bit of a disconnect there, and this is the main central theme, right? So, what else are the blockages between you and them? What else are the blockages between you and them? What else are the blockages between you and them? It seems like there is something happening pertaining to friendships here. So maybe somebody's really confining or talking a lot to their friends and maybe saying not the most kindest positive things. And they're just confining emotionally. And the reason I say this is because because we have the Cups here, which is representing of love, empathy, and emotion. So the blockages is you guys need to put stuff on the table, You guys need to fulfill each other's emotional wishes. And somebody is conversing way too much with their friends and maybe saying not too nice, tasteful things. So, as I pull up my notes here, do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they want to be with you? Do they feel like there's some type of connection, right? So, do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? They're feeling quite defensive here. They feel like they have to have the higher ground in the situation because they're feeling very attacked from all different angles and sides. And they're feeling quite passionate about this situation as well. As you can see, we have the wands, which is representing of passion. So, how do they miss you? I feel like they're feeling angry and they're feeling like there's some type of disconnect happening between you and this individual. Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? There is not necessarily an equal give and take that they're feeling between you and this individual. They feel like they're giving a lot of their heart. They're putting a lot of their heart on the line here, and they're not receiving it back. And they're feeling quite upset about the situation. Also, this is quite a negative read, so I'm sorry about that. But yes, they're feeling like they're putting a lot of their heart on the line here, and this is the main central theme, and they're feeling quite defensive about the situation overall as well, as you can tell. So there's definitely a lot happening. There's a lot happening in the past. So let's continue on. Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? They're doing a lot of thinking and contemplating about their feelings and emotions here. As you can see, their swords. There's a lot happening on their mind because the clouds are all jagged and crazy. And they're just feeling like, should I stand up and fight for this? Should I go forward with the situation, or should I walk away from the situation? And again, as a kind of like a bit of a reoccurring theme here, but just in a different card, they're weighing their options. And they're weighing heavy options, and they're trying to figure out, should they stay or should they go? And ultimately, that's like the biggest problem that they're facing here. So, do they want you back in their life? Do they want to interact with you? Do they want to, maybe if you guys are living together, move back in with you? Like, what's going on and what's happening with that situation here? So, do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? Well, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is somebody that wants to get straight to the point here. They want no BS, and they just want to be like, hey, this is how I feel, this is what I'm thinking, and this is how it's going to be. And so I feel like they just want to talk to you, they want to communicate with you, and they want to get straight to the point with you. Do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? They're feeling quite hurt, they're feeling backstabbed from the past, and they're doing a lot of thinking and contemplating about the situation as a whole. They're feeling quite upset, and again, don't come for me, go for them. I'm not trying to get attacked here. But this is the main central theme here, and they're feeling upset about some stuff, and they're feeling like they just want to get straight to the point when it comes to that. So it seems like you guys are having a lot of communication that you guys are going to need to do in order to mend this situation between you and them. So, one more time. Do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? They're feeling quite burdened and beat up over the situation here. They're holding on to a lot of things, and they're holding on to the little wand, as you can see, and they're quite passionate about the situation and quite upset. So, yikes. I'm sorry, Leo. It's a bit of a crazy, wild read for you this week. But let's get some advice for you to help you try to figure out how do you deal with the situation, right? So, what is some advice for my lovely Leos? What is some advice for my lovely Leos? Thank you, thank you. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So, as you can see here, it seems like you need to be free of this individual. This person has a lot of residual pain and they're not feeling too good, and there's a lot of uncertainties happening. So honestly, I would say be free. There's nothing stopping you. Do not feel guilty for your actions, and whatever makes you feel happy, be unapologetically you and be unapologetically free. Like, just if it's toxic and you're holding on to something negative, definitely not a good idea. I would not recommend. So if you want it to be clear, it's clear for you. With that being said, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you want to see more videos and content like this one, hit that notification bell to get notified when I upload every single week. Here's some more videos over here that YouTube has recommended for you. I love you to death, and I wish nothing but the best for you. Take care, and good luck.